Princess Norma was already ripe for marriage, and men were already coming to ask for her hand in marriage. But what Princess Norma did not know, and which wasn't revealed to her, was that she was already betrothed to a certain prince. Once upon a time, there lived a very beautiful princess called Norma, who lived in a magnificent palace with her father, the king. Princess Norma was the eldest of her 3 siblings. She was her father's favorite, and this made her siblings a bit jealous of her. Princess Norma was a very meek lady who shares love and kindness to everyone around her. The princess was so fond of her people, and they know her to be very kind and generous. She doesn't only show love and kindness to outsiders, but also to her maid servants. The princess usually takes walks round her community, helping the needy, and ensured she lends a helping hand to anyone in need of it. One day, on Princess Norma's way to the village square, she stumbled on a man not looking so well. In her usual manner, she decided to give him a helping hand, and the man in return thanked her very much and gave her a gift. He asked her to keep it close to her always, and she thanked the man and left. Princess Norma was already ripe for marriage, and men were already coming to ask for her hand in marriage. But what Princess Norma did not know, and which wasn't revealed to her, was that she was already betrothed to a certain prince. When Princess Norma eventually heard of her being betrothed to a certain prince, this news upset her, and since then, distanced herself from her father. When she asked her dad why he would do such a thing, he said it was to strengthen the ties between their kingdom and that of her betrothed prince. Princess Norma had always envisioned herself with her dream man, and the most important thing to her in considering a man she wanted to marry was marrying someone who was kind and gentle. The princess decided to go against her father's wish and went in search of her ideal man. This was also on account that her suitors were obviously trying so hard to make her feel impressed with them, without their being sensitive to what she really wanted. Princess Norma is someone who loves an adventure and wanted to tour around her kingdom without being addressed as a princess. Her father, the king, would always tell her that people are only with her because of what they stand to gain, and so she was set out to prove her father wrong. One day, she decided not to dress with her royal attire and go round to see how people will treat her, or if she will be given preferential treatment. To make it better, she decided to disguise herself as a beggar to see who will stop to help her. She thought to herself. She set off on her day of adventure, and she noticed how people treated her so badly, and she wondered how people could change. People who used to beg her for things and she would give openly now turned her down and spat on her feet. Some cursed her like she was a leper, and she wondered why people were so mean and heartless. Princess Norma went home in disbelief and shock. She told her father what she went through that day, and her father was very angry with her and asked her what if she was hurt, and told her that human beings only worship you when you are at the top and want to have nothing to do with anyone who is on the ground or beneath them. This still baffled Norma, and she thought that people were so loving and kind. She decided to play a game with her father, and she told her father that whoever passed her test will be chosen to be rewarded with a wonderful gift. Princess Norma set off again into the village to beg for alms in disguise, but no one wished to help her. People cursed and spat on her feet, except for the beggar she helped the other time who gave her a gift. He shared with her part of his proceeds from his day's begging. He thought her face was familiar upon having a closer look at her, but she denied knowing him. He did, however, recognize the necklace he gave her and asked her where she got it from. She replied saying it was a gift from her mom. The day passed and Princess Norma decided to test him again to see if he would still help her. But she did not meet him the next day she went to beg. She felt a prick in her heart and sort of missed his presence and the discussion she had with him, which was so deep as she told him how people treated her in the village, and he told her the same thing her father told her, that people will worship you when you are at the top or have something to benefit from you, and will spit on you when you are broke and have absolutely nothing to offer. She told her father that she can't seem to find a nice beggar so he could be rewarded handsomely. The next day, her father informed her that the prince will be coming to the palace for her marriage introductory rite, that she should get prepared. This made the princess so sad as she did not know the man she will be getting married to. So the following day, before everyone was awake, the princess escaped from the palace. When her suitors came visiting, they met her absence. When she returned, the king was already furious, and the princess thought they would cancel the marriage plans because of her absence. But they went on with the marital rite, and a day was fixed for the wedding. The princess decided to set off to go for a walk around the village, and on her way, she met the man that gave her a gift the other day, and she asked him how he was, that she hasn't seen him around in a while. He said he moves around from village to village, that he doesn't beg at a spot. He noticed the princess was sad and asked her why her face wasn't so bright. She told him that her father was trying to force her to marry someone she did not like. He asked her if she has seen the person yet, to know if she won't like him or not. And she said she has not seen the person, that she has been avoiding him. He then advised her to see the person first. Who knows if she might get to like him. She then invited him to the palace, and he asked her why. She said it's a surprise, that she will tell him when he comes. She asked him to make sure to be there at the palace, and she bade him goodbye. She then asked what his name was. He said Naya. She said, lovely name. Be sure to be there. He promised to be there. She went home and informed her father that her friend will be coming. He asked what friend? She said, the one that she begged with. Oh, the beggar, he replied. She said yes, that he will be coming tomorrow. The king said, I don't know what your plans are, but your prince will be here tomorrow. So ensure you're packed and ready to go to your new home. And don't bother thinking of escaping, as the whole palace guards have been put on high alert to prevent your escape. And so truly they were. She went into her room and pondered on what the man had told her, and decided to take his advice. The day for the marital rite to be performed came, and Princess Norma was so scared and wondered if he would be all she ever expected. She wondered if she would be able to still see her friend Naya to give him the gifts she prepared for him. The marital rites were about to begin, and she was still looking over her shoulders to see if Naya will come, and the occasion started, and not long after, the prince was announced, and he came in. She saw it was Naya. She wasn't expecting him to appear dressed in royal regalia, and she was stunned without words to say. So Naya is the same man she had helped the other day, she thought to herself. She asked him what he was doing dressed in royal attire. He said that he had gone round the different communities searching for the one he could call his bride. That he was also against the arranged marriage, but decided to see if the princess he was betrothed to was worth marrying. He then saw how very nice she was and observed her closely, and immediately he fell in love with her, as she was the kind of woman he wanted to be with. She turned to her father and told him he was the one she was expecting. He then went on his knees and asked her properly to please marry him. She was still in shock for a moment, but then accepted to marry him, as he was her dream man and hoped for a bright future for them. Celebrations erupted in the palace and the marital rites were performed, and Norma got married to the prince Naya. The end. The lesson to be learned from this story is never look down on anyone. Do not treat people badly, as you do not know what they are going through. Do not make people regret helping you. Always know that most people in your life are with you because of what they stand to gain. If you ever fall, you will see them live your life immediately. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Please click on the subscribe button to support us. Turn on the post notification to get notified when I upload a new story. Like, share, and comment your thoughts. Till then, bye.